back and flow. Listen, I'm very happy for our program and for these young ladies on our team that we were able to get a home win. It's really been suffocating for them in a lot of ways. They have to hear from their coaching staff, right, and the coaching staff has to hear from me about finding a way to fight. I did not like the finish when they punched back, and they definitely punched back. But the good thing is that we built up enough equity in the game that it didn't affect the outcome. But those are things that we have to get corrected. There are definitely some positives that I like. I think we did a good job on a 2-day prep. Getting our zone back in flow is something we've always had since I've been here. So being able to resurrect that, if you will, I think is a positive for us to add to our defensive package. And then in addition to that, for our players to really work on some very specific things that we talked about if we're going to continue to build and get better and make a run in this conference.
Jalen and Jamia, what does it mean to finally get a home win like this, especially after kind of going through a tough 3-game losing streak?
It's like a sign of relief. I feel like we trusted the process, and we just have to take it game by game and understand that when we keep putting the work, it'll come to light. So really just trusting the process.
Yeah, what you said, I think it'll just give us momentum going into the next few games, and we've been really hungry for this win, so it'll just break the losing streak. And, yeah.
Coach C, I know in that first quarter y'all go up 5-0, and then South Alabama responds for like a 10-0 run, and y'all called timeout. What was that conversation during the timeout, and just how were the girls just able to respond?
We talked about having quality shots and taking care of the basketball because in the past when we haven't done that right, teams do a good job of exploiting it and getting and running in transition that puts a lot of stress on our defense. Truly, our last game helped prepare us for this game. The majority of our scout prep was based on our Arkansas game. It wasn't necessarily based on South Alabama, and it's no disrespect to South Alabama, but there's things that we have to take care of. And so part of that is recognizing when and how we put stress on our defense and cleaning that up offensively.
Jalen and Jamia, what was that conversation, especially between the players? You know, South Alabama goes on that 10-0 run, but how are y'all able to just kind of respond and try to get everything back on track?
Trust each other and hit them first. Like, we saw that they came out on the run, and we have a problem with doing that in the past, so we have to understand to fight back and really joint together to, get back in the lead.
Yeah, I think it was just us not getting loose and to keep just staying together and not letting them come back.
Coach C, your team has a really big second quarter, really great response. Just how proud of you for this team, just being able to respond like that and be able to kind of put this game, just kind of take control of the game.
I'm excited about the first half. I still go back to our first quarter. I really wish that we could have had more of a surge, but we had a great timeout response in that first quarter. Then they definitely understood the assignment going in the second quarter, and then making the adjustments at halftime are really important, and understanding and seeing what they were going to do, and knowing the offensive weapons that South Alabama had, that we were able to slow them down and make those adjustments at half was really important because we had that big run, right? Mm-hmm. And so understanding that the opposing team has now also time to regroup and come up with adjustments and a game plan and being able to be prepared for that.
Jimmy, I know you had a really big second quarter. I think it was like 15 points during that period. Just what was going right for you on the offensive end?
I think I was hitting shots and just getting downhill and doing what I do best, but most important is my teammates just getting me the ball when I had open shots.
And Jalen, you had a great offensive night too. I think it was like 4 for 5 from the 3-point range. Just what was going right for you, and how was the offense just being able to feed off each other?
I mean, I was feeling it, to be honest. And then I have my teammates. It's momentum. If you watch the game, it's just straight momentum, and then them just having my back and telling me to keep shooting, it just felt good, and yeah.
Coach, I think, along with Jalen and Jamia, you also had a Blake Matthews and a Destiny going into double figures. Just how was the offense able to just rebound from last Wednesday?
So, again, I go back to that game, like you said, and us understanding if we play at our tempo, whether it be in transition or the half court, we're going to get to some good looks. If we don't get the first look against a team, we're going to get the second and third, but understanding where they see it. So film has helped out a lot with that. Yeah. And so the players, like Jalen said, they trusted the process. They trusted the film. They trusted what worked. They trusted what we had what we've done in practice, and then they saw it pay off, right? And even when they didn't see it pay off and made mistakes, like, oh yeah, you're right. Right, we're going to do a better job of moving the ball.
Jalen and Jamia, after that tough loss against Arkansas State, just what did y'all learn kind of from that loss, and how y'all kind of prepared for Saturday to be able to kind of rebound from a game like that?
I think it was all about trusting each other. The trust wasn't there, and not us joining together and really coming together as a team. So we just had to reflect on that Arkansas State game and know that we cannot do it by ourselves, and all of us has to come together as a team and get the job done.
I think Jalen hit it right on the money.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get on to her.
Now, Coach C, y'all go back on the road. I know y'all been very successful on the road. I think y'all's one loss was just to a really good TCU team, but how y'all able to capture this momentum y'all got from South Alabama and translate it on the road where y'all been very successful?
I think we need to have a lot of respect for our opponents and knowing that there's a lot of scout film out there on us and being able to understand what we talked about this as a team, right? How many possessions we have in a game and how critical each possession is. And so really tightening it up if we do have a mistake or an error, a miscue, being able to tighten it up and not allowing us to have second and third, right, errors or not making adjustments. So that's going to be a big piece of it, the scouting piece and understanding, especially when we think about where we go to start out with Georgia Southern right on the road. And so I think that's going to be important. It's going to be a new look for everybody, right? They have a new coaching staff and a new team. We have a new team as well. So I think for us, I think the freshness is going to be a good thing, but our ability to be able to focus on any in-game adjustments on the road is going to be really important for us as we start out in States Pro.
Jalen, Jamea, what's been the key for this team's success on the road? You know, being able to go away from St. Marcus, but able to come out with a lot of these road wins. And how do y'all able to kind of translate that as y'all go deeper into conference play?
I think just staying road tough. Like, we know we have to get on the road. We know what comes with it, the fans, the team, the refs, I think. So just coming together once again and just hitting on them as soon as we get there.
Yeah, I think us just wanted to go in and just be somebody at their place, just give us the energy to go in and play hard.